The people that make the most money in this country do the least work. The people who do the most work make the least amount of money. Why? Processes. Value. Valuable people have processes. Valuable people have automations. They have things that are working for them. They're doing things when they're at their max creativity. See what I mean?
Okay, Jamar, you ate with that one.
Sometimes it's not that you're lazy or it's not that you don't want it enough. You're just not doing it in the way that promotes the most efficiency for you to get the stuff done. Like, we put together these plans made by other people and we try to copy it, but that plan wasn't made for us, it was made for them. And so for us to be able to achieve the dream or the goal that they achieved, we don't have to copy what they did. We can take bits and pieces, but we have to figure out what works for us to get to that same goal. We have to understand that even if you have the same goal as somebody, it doesn't get there the same way, and it has different timings. You have to figure out what works for you. I used to think, man, I'm not motivated. Man, I don't want enough. What's wrong with me? When really, I like doing that type of work in the morning. I like doing this type of work at night. It was that simple. All of a sudden, I am motivated. No, I was just putting myself in an environment that promoted the most growth, the most efficiency. You see what I'm saying? We can't keep doing things based off what other people say is how it works, when in reality, we're all different. We all have different things we went through previously, different things we repetitively did as a child that now have been ingrained in us, so we have to do things certain ways. Figure out what you do best and how you do it best. I think too often we try to copy, bro. I think the most valuable thing you can have as a human being in terms of reaching success and growing is figuring out what's your routine. Like, what is your process? I had to realize I couldn't do things the way other people did. I realized working out in the morning was stupid. I wasn't getting out of bed anymore because I was so like, oh, I don't want to work out, so let me stay in bed. But then when I moved working out to like 5 p.m., oh my goodness, I'm consistent. It's all about figuring out what works for you. And every single day you have to analyze, what am I doing at this time and this time? Am I being productive right now? Do I need to change something out? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is just insanity. So you have to continue to write down what you're doing every single day. Write down the steps you're getting done every single day and figuring out how you can make this list longer of steps you're getting done. Or even thinking about it, maybe it's not about getting a longer list of things you got done, but maybe it's the things you get done, you're getting more done in that specific thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm somebody, I have multiple passions and multiple things I'm working on. I got a podcast, YouTube channel for my personal brand, a business I'm running, content for my Instagram. I got all these different things working at the same time, right? And oftentimes I can get into, let's see how much I can get done instead of, what if I could get just a lot of work done in this one specific area? Do you know what I mean? It's very hard for me because I have multiple things. So getting my process together is even harder. So it's taken me years to figure things out. Today I just figured out, oh shoot, I can't listen to clips in the afternoon because every time in the afternoon I have people wanting to talk to me, scheduling meetings. I plan it and it looks good in the schedule, but it never works out because people end up scheduling meetings at that time. So the thing I think is very much a priority in my life, which is listening to my videos like this and getting the clips so I can post on social media, almost never happens. Or when I have a podcast, I want to get the clips. Almost never happens because meetings end up getting put in that. And so with the experience of going through your routine, you'll realize there's certain things you can't have at certain times because they pop up. My parents and my mom, people like to call me during that time as well. So like, it just keeps getting messed up. I could get mad at them for calling me at that time, or I could pivot and start moving certain things at different times. Okay? So I think it's super important that y'all understand the value of your process, of your routine, because that's what's going to allow you to produce the results. Not copying somebody else's process. That's going to help a little bit. You probably want to keep the same elements in certain things, but you're going to have to move things around like a puzzle. And everybody's puzzle is different. Figure out what that is for you. That's the biggest thing that's changed the game for me. Figuring out my processes. How can I be more efficient? Now how I can work harder. Being able to work hard is a game for people that are exchanging time for money. But that isn't a valuable person. Somebody that exchanges time for money isn't a valuable person. Or at least not as valuable as they could be. You see, when you get out of exchanging your time for money, you start giving your expertise, your value that makes you the best of who you are for money. See what I mean? So what I used to make in time is now what I make in a fraction of what I do for 30 minutes. Like what I used to do for an hour, I make 10 times of that for 30 minutes for what I do because I'm living in like what I'm meant to do. And so it's about figuring out where we can be efficient, where we can get the most progress, not the most hard work. The people that make the most money in this country do the least work. The people who do the most work make the least amount of money. Why? Processes. Value. Valuable people have processes. Valuable people have automations. They have things that are working for them. They're doing things when they're at their max creativity. See what I mean? So if you're most creative at a certain time during the day, then whatever your thing or project that takes the most creative juices, you need to do that. Or if creativity ends up popping up, scratch what's on the schedule, focus on that, because creativity is the most valuable thing you can ever have. So you have to figure out what is your process, what allows you to get going, and at what time, and what way, what process, what technology not to use, even if everybody else is using it. Right now, everybody's using AI to get clips, but I need to listen to it because I feel like I get more clips when I listen, and I become a better speaker when I listen to my clips. You see, that's just like one example for like, I can't copy what everybody else is doing because I have to be self-aware of what I'm trying to do. I have to be self-aware of what makes me better, what gets me in the most efficiency. So now when I listen to clips, not only am I finding clips, which I think I'm finding clips better than the AI, but I'm also becoming a better speaker because I'm listening to myself. And now the next time I'm on stage, that little snippet, that little thing I said in that random speech or random video, now I know that's a really good like little bar I said because I saw the reaction again when I'm rewatching the video of how people like that part or how it sounded. So now in my mind, when I get in flow state when I'm speaking, that bar will come out again. I learned that I have to listen to my clips. I learned even now that I have to listen to my clips in the morning because people will call me when I try to watch and listen to my clips, like at 5, 6 p.m. Figure out your process, and that will allow you to be more efficient, which then will allow you to make more money and be more valuable. Don't copy everybody's process. Take bits and pieces and figure out what that is for you. Man, I'm loving this content style when I just have an epiphany about some stuff and I can just make a video. Like, this is a freaking YouTube video, man. I'm about to eat lunch in a second. It's going to be dope. Got it from my favorite restaurant. Yeah, dog, get your process together, man. Good job. I'll see y'all next time.